Let people come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Be a friend. Come on in. What's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, Bosstalks on the Rooftop, and we are live. And I have the greatest honor of introducing Mr. Mount Olympus himself. He kind of looked like Zeus, Greek god, god of thunder, king of the gods, Mr. Dwight Newton, and his mama say DJ because he's junior. So, Mr. Dwight Jr., how you doing? Can you hear me? You know what?
Doing all right, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You look like you froze on me for a second. You look like you froze on me for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like it might be a little choppy.
It might be a little choppy, but sure, we're gonna rock with it, baby. So you got a new cigar line. Oh, well, not a new cigar line, but new cigars that you have put out there on the market. Let's talk about your originals, and then let's talk about the new bays that you're bringing out, because we got to get into this. I pulled this out the wrapper and saw all the oils in the wrap, so I'm like,
all right, bro. Listen, I'm not sure what just happened.
You know what? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear you now, but it's kind of looping itself.
What's looping?
You had cut out for a minute.
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said.
Well, damn it. Damn it. Let me check and see if I got people in the chat. Can y'all hear us? Can you hear me? Am I going off the rails for no reason? Maybe because I keep coming away from the mic. That's probably what it is. No, we're here. Can you hear me good? Maybe because
I hear you good right now.
All right. That means I need to stay in the mic. I'm gonna stay in the mic. I'm gonna talk a little bit like this. So you want to do the intro again? You want me to reintroduce you?
Hey, man.
I'm gonna reintroduce you.
It don't even matter.
I'm gonna reintroduce. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hey. So, what's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, Bosstalks on the Rooftop, and we are live. And I have the greatest honor of introducing Mr. Dwight Newton of Mount Olympis Cigars. The man looks like a Greek god himself. He has a nice line. He has the Aries, he has the Zeus, he has the new Poseidon and the new Hestia, and he has, I believe, Artemis and Aphrodite, correct?
So, yeah, Artemis is coming. But I do have Aphrodite, I have Hera, and Hades. So I have 8 cigars out now.
Man. Why so many? Why so many? And you keep coming out with more.
So the whole concept came when me and my I guess you could say my ace of spade, we started talking about it. And so I wanted to base the entire line off of the 12 Olympian gods and goddesses. So that's where the original number came from. Originally, I was going to just put 10 out, but later on, I decided to do the extra to make it 12.
Okay, I could dig it. So you sent me a pack, right? And told me to hold off on this new one. What is this new one here? I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take the panties off of it.
So that's the one that you have right now is Hestia.
Hestia.
She is our goddess of hearth.
So tell me a little bit about it. Tell me a little bit
about this bad boy. 6x60 box press.
Mm-hmm.
She's a 6x60 boss press. We have a San Andreas wrapper on her. She has a Habano binder and a Esteli Ligero and for the filler.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up with my Kingpin Luxury Torch.
So along with that, you're gonna get some spice, you get some earthiness from it, some good cream as far as the smoke. She transitions pretty good.
I like to ask this of all my brand owners, so I want to know, why cigars? What made you jump into having a cigar?
Cigars? I mean, the funny question about that is I wanted to actually own a cigar lounge. And so talking with my man OG, we decided to go the different route and do cigars. I have been already smoking cigars since I was 18. So I felt that would easily be something to do, something I enjoy. So it was almost a no-brainer at that point. And it's something that, I can leave my own mark in the cigar community.
Absolutely. So that's a hell of a pivot to go from a cigar lounge to opening up your own cigar brand and, yes. and just starting off the rip, man. This is hitting pretty good. Like, it's got a nice little punch to it. I held on a little too long. I almost started calling.
Hey, she packs a punch.
I wasn't ready for it. I held it together. I tried to keep it together a little bit. Did you see me? Oh yeah, that's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta check out the man line, because he's on to something right now. He cooking. He in his bag. So, what made the pivot from going cigar lounge to cigar brand?
I think it was an easy pivot for me just because of my normal 9 to 5. I'm always traveling. And obviously, if I'm going to do anything with a lounge, I need to kind of stay rooted and focused, making sure the business is running, smoothly and everything. And I wasn't necessarily ready to give up my 9 to 5 just yet. And I felt like I wasn't going to, be able to put as much work into it. Obviously, with me traveling back and forth, because there are times I could be away from the crib for a month, 2 months, and not be back. So travel is probably the hardest part about, trying to open that lounge. So I pivoted to the cigars, where I could still do that while I'm on the go.
I'm just pausing for a second, make sure I could hear you properly.
All right.
So because you're always on the go, it was a lifestyle decision.
Yeah.
So is a lounge further down the line for you?
I mean, it's never out of the question. I put it that way.
Yeah.
It's always good to have, another set of goals. So, this is the current goal. Might be looking at something else as far as a new line coming out. But probably once, I can be rooted, without the travel like that. Yeah, I think that goal will be revisited.
Okay, until then, and be king of the cigars, Greek god of the cigars.
Yes, we will continue putting these babies out.
So, are you just a big fan of Greek mythology?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes and no. So, I mean, I've been to, you know, Athens, you know, toured around Greece. Beautiful sight. The crazy thing about it is how everything kind of made its way to this was we'll start with the Instagram handle, which I took basically from one of my, you know, favorite, you know, MCs right now, Big Crit. So he has the song Mount Olympis. So I changed the U to an I and just kept that as the handle. So for the longest, that's how it's been. So when, you know, OG and I talked, he's like, "Hey man, you need to come out with these cigars, man. You need to, you know, kind of stop playing and jump off the cliff."
Yeah.
And so while he put the idea in my head, now the idea was like, okay, what story can I have with these cigars? What am I gonna call them? Like it was just like, you know, so many things coming at me and flashing until one day I just happened to look down at my phone and I was, you know, on IG and I was like, I said, I think this is simple. It was just staring me in the face the whole time. Yeah. I said, you know, I've already got the Mount Olympus, you know, name. Well, why not just have the line based off of the Greek gods and goddesses? And from there, it was just easy.
So when you went Mount Olympus, what was the initial thought process for Mount Olympus? Because like now I'm hearing, okay, cigars became what they became, right? But you already had the Mount Olympus brand. What were you doing with the Mount Olympus brand?
I wasn't going anywhere with it. Like it was just, I you know, I love that song so much, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, I'm gonna just stick with that right there. And you know, at the same time, you know, I think for every man that they need to understand, you know, that they're the king of their own mountain. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the focus and desires to go out here and make it in this world, despite all the chaos we got going in the world right now.
Very true.
So that name just it fit for me. And you know, most people would be like, well, yeah, it fits for you because you know you're like 6'4". I said, yeah, but you know, there's some other people that's taller, you know what I'm saying? And so that was just it. It was just really that name. And so when we actually decided to say, hey, let's you know, dive off this cliff, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Kratos did from Mount Olympus, you know, in the Gods of War. Yeah. He just took a leap. And so that's what I did. And you know what? I wouldn't change anything about it. It's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I I love the fact that you just took a leap, right? You went in for it.
Yep.
What's led you up to this point from going into cigars? What'd you start out doing? What was the journey of Mr. Newton himself?
For me, well, I'm retired military, 26 years, submarine force. I guess after that, you know, I got into doing government contracting. And so it was like, I needed to find something else for me, per se, as they say, when we grow up, to get out here in the world to do. Like I said, I've been smoking cigars pretty much since I joined the military. You know, and it was also, you know, along with, you know, my kids, my daughter, my son, you know, they keep me inspired. I try to keep them inspired. So, the son always asks about, hey, how's the cigar business? Just like I asked him, hey, how's the music business going? Same my daughter, she's in theater. So like I bounce a lot of things off of them all the time. So for me, I'm deep rooted family, friends. So I'm a chef by another trade, as Chevalier will always say. But yeah, man, I'm just humble right now to be in the position I am.
You're doing great. Just speaking of Chevalier, I was about to say, you're a big ass Marine. Like I was like, well, Chevalier's a Marine too, I think. I know, and then I know Cigar Rockstar is a Marine, and like I was just like, yeah, y'all some big size Marines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, y'all cut from a different cloth, man. So I love the lineage of being a Marine, because that lets me know that you're gonna stick to it and see it through, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's, I think, for a lot of individuals, that's for a lot of different people, like my father served in the Air Force, my grandfather served in the Army, I got cousins that served in the Marines. Just my aunt, she was in the Air Force, and so needless to say, it was me and my uncle that chose the Navy route. He chose to be on ships. I chose to go underwater.
Man, sheesh.
Yeah, that's a different thing, and it's in its whole right mind. Plenty of stories I could talk about that all day long.
And see, I wanted to bring that out of you, because it's one of those things that, like, we can get behind this brand because we know the integrity behind it, like that you're gonna come with Mount Olympis. That whenever you grab one of these smokes and your new blends that you're gonna have, I know you done vetted it well, and you actually put your all into it. So because right now Hestia is kind of grabbing me.
Yeah,
she tugging on me a little bit.
When I first smoked her, I said to myself, I said, I think I fucked this up. and so what I mean by that is because I wasn't expecting her to come as strong. Like when I smoked her for the first time, like I had to do a double take, because in my mind, that's kind of how I wanted Athena to be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted her to have that stoutness, power from a woman warrior. That's what I was going with for her. And granted, Athena's not a bad stick, but Hestia just comes with a different kind of punch,
Yeah, definitely.
So a lot of people, that smoked it was like, yo, what was you thinking when you made this? And I was like, well, in my head, I was like, well, we gonna make her this way, but I just think, the combination, man, with that San Andreas and the Habano Ligero, it took off. And,
yes.
And the fact of we left her in the aging room for months.
Oh, I can tell that. Like I can tell, like the oils in the wrapper. Like when I pulled it up, I can see.
She's been sitting for a little minute, so I was like, okay. And she's probably, with her and Poseidon, they're probably the two that I probably had sitting the longest in the aging room. And it wasn't necessarily by design. It was, hey, I was, coming out with boxes. I was trying to get this done. Then trying to plan, hey, when can we ship and everything. And you know, again, I'm on travel until I told him, I was like, you know what? Hey, send him to the hotel.
Yeah.
Like, let me get my stuff right now.
Right.
So I can go ahead. The people waited long enough.
Right. Because I mean, my God. And it has a calming sweetness to it, but it definitely every puff she lets you know she's standing right in front of you. And I think that's a phenomenal change, because honestly I came in it blind.
Right.
I came in it blind.
She's a very different beast. Even like when you got the opportunity to smoke Zeus.
Mm-hmm. And Zeus is a good stick, man. It's I saw you redid the bands on them, and I'm like, okay. So did you also do redo the blend as well?
Nope.
Or did you? Okay.
That's all I did. Listen, that's all I did. Now, I'll say this, you know what I'm saying? Because if you look at him now and then look at the my re-up version, it might have a hint more, you know, darkness to him, you know, and that's just, you know, aging the Maduro. Yeah. So like when I put the two side by side, and I was like, so okay, you've been out in the sun a little bit there, buddy. Like, what's going on? And so I smoked one, and I was like, okay, you know, he's still the same, but you know, it's still, I think he might hit a little different. Yeah, still a great smoke.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was looking at it, I was like, man, that, like, I'm glad you brought it up, because like the wrapper on Zeus did look a little bit darker. So I was like, okay, maybe tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah, I changed him just based on some ideas I was throwing around, and how the bands even came to play. You know, when I first started, I had a, you know, tattoo artist do the work on the original Zeus and Aphrodite. Shout out to Limbs Inc. Get that art, you know, tattoo out there in Charleston, South Carolina. He did it up the first two. And so while I was in Tampa back in 24, matter of fact, a hometown, you know, Houston, Texas lady, you know, slid in and said, hey, I did something with your band. And I said, what do you mean?
What'd you do?
And then she said, look, to me, I was like, hey, did you set it on fire? Like what did you do?
Right.
So she sent me a new version of what Zeus could be. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I said, well, I like the band specifically, but I want to give you a different image to use. And so when she slapped that in there, I was like, God damn. I was like, it was perfect. It was sold. So from there, I was like, look, how much you charge? And listen, that's how it all fell into play. And she created all the bands for my Olympis from that point on. She redid the Zeus, redid the Aphrodite, and you know, everything else was history after that point.
And I like the dark figures on the bands for the Greek gods. I want to let you know. I love that. I love that. Like I think what Kratos or Ares has locks.
He's got his locks.
I was like,
you know, Zeus,
my man.
Zeus has the locks.
Yeah, I was like, my man, come on with it. Come on in, yeah.
You know.
So if you do any more re-imaging,
So
or
that was
keep doing that.
Yeah, that was kind of the purpose behind it too. You know what I'm saying? Me coming out as a boutique cigar, brand owner, I wanted it to be us. I wanted to embody, what I'm saying, the black man and the black woman. So that's where a lot of, the thought process behind it came out.
Man, I love that. So with your brand, are you primarily doing online sales, or are you in several different lounges? Because I know you're in VA. Right?
I mean, primarily I am doing online sales. I have Aphrodite is in the lounge here, in a local lounge, Victory Rivers Burger and Bistro. And then I have Sticks and Sticks, mobile lounge. He's carrying both Zeus and Aphrodite. He is probably one of those guys that reached out and said, "Hey, I want to take a chance on this dude." And he got a couple bundles, went to Bike Week. He down there in Myrtle Beach. He's like, "Yo, it's going like hotcakes." He put in another order, and it's almost that time again.
Yeah,
Bike Week's coming down, so it's gonna be like, hey, but he did me a solid. You know what I'm saying? He's good people. But yeah, I mean, I'm always look to be in lounges or whatnot. And I get it, but I think sometimes I love just the work, me packaging it up, knowing somebody bought them, and I get to send them a message, because sometimes you can't do that at a lounge. Somebody's like, "Man, who made these?"
Right.
And I've had that where somebody was like, "Hey, I don't know him personally, but this is where you can find him at." And so I've had a lot of sales go through just from that alone.
And I love that, because a lot of the grassroots, right, being B2C, business to consumer, that being that accessible, it drives people to stay locked in with your brand, and so it's funny, because a lot of people look to, like, okay, well, how do we get in the lounges? How are we getting in the lounges? How are we getting in the lounges? It's like, hey, man, and do the people like you?
and listen, and here's the funny thing about that, though. The lounge I just talked about, I went to them right off the front back in 24. Gave them samples, sat there, smoked with them, and everything. It didn't happen till last year.
Right. See,
when I was and what was crazy about it, I was doing a all white party for the Qs. That somebody plugged me in and said, "Hey, we need the cigar vendor." I was like, "All right, sure." I went on in there, and then the owner saw me and was like, "Man, I've been meaning to try to catch up with you, man. How can I get these in my lounge?" I said, "Easy." I said, "I'll bring a box there tonight."
Right.
And that's exactly how it happened.
Man, sometimes I got to see your work.
Yeah.
And that's another part to, is just aligning up properly and allowing people to see the work, right? Because like he saw you work at an event, and saw how people were really in love with your brand. And it's like, oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and
because I get it. It changed. You got to think, when I first came out, in my head, I wasn't sure about the whole vending and everything. And then I went down and did Tampa in 24, which at the time I only had the 2 cigars. So coming back to last year, like now I got 4 more added to the table, and now it's like now I'm at 8. So it's like they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, because he smoked Athena and he was like, man, I think I'm gonna have to get her in the lounge too. So you just let me know.
You're like, no, I'm really like that.
the one thing I won't do, I won't say. For some people, I think they look at it sometimes as a discouragement that, hey, they gotta kind of hustle and bustle. I don't even see it that way. It's like word of mouth travels. Phone calls, emails, people in social media. With Kobe Freeman right there in Texas. He's got Aphrodite out in Africa right now. Lounges.
Man, that's powerful.
So, and that was one of the, I think, driving factors when they saw the band and they said, oh, she looks like us. It was sold. It was gone.
Man.
Like instantly.
I love that.
So
let me say what's up to the chat real quick. What's up, Youngstown? What's up, Bosstalks Cigars? What's up, Big Navit? What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in, joining in. Make sure you send your friends. We have Mr. DJ Newton of Mount Olympis Cigars. He has introduced his new Hestia on Boss Talks on the Rooftop, and this is a live cigar review. Right now, this Hestia is giving me a nice little head rush. I got a little buzz going. Flavor is great. I'm starting to salivate into the second, third. But she been punching me. She been punching on me. Guys, I wasn't ready. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I was not ready. He ain't even warn me.
Nah, listen, I gotta let you get the experience for yourself. Because listen, she did the same thing to me.
He ain't even warn me. He's gonna say, "Hey, man, she gonna hit you a little bit." He ain't even say nothing. I'm like, oh.
No, because hey, man, some people's palates are different, and so, I guess that was one of the, crazy parts about this journey too is not making cigars that only fits my palate. Like, I think what we tried to do is make sure that there was a good variety in the line for any and everybody from, novice smoker to, somebody that's out there, smoking 5 to 6 cigars a day, So
I want to tell you this is not for a novice. This is not no rookie cigar guys. This ain't like don't do it. Like it's not a pepper throughout your retro, but it is a strong pepper hit when you first retro, and then it has a nice little mellow. I want to call it cocoa with a touch of sea salt on the back end, and that's where I'm getting the salivation from. Now, I am a little biased. I'll tell you the truth. I'm a little biased because it has a San Andreas wrapper. So the San Andreas wrapper is really near and dear to my heart. So if you got a Sumatra or a San Andreas wrapper on any of your cigars, you're definitely going to have my attention. Now, Hestia is making me really pay attention to her because she's punching me.
Hey, I get it.
She's punching the hell out of me right now.
She can do some things. She can do some things. And it's crazy that you kind of bring that up because when we started doing that, we wanted to just have like different variations from the Connecticut, Maduro, Ecuadorian Habano. Like we, try to give a great different range, and then trying to sit back. Man, I think the first time when I did the blends for Aphrodite and Zeus, man, I think that took me like 2.5 months. Wow, to really just come up with something, because listen. This is the office back here, but it's cold outside, so I can't be out there. But yeah, I would go out, man. I would just, grab cigars, do my journal. Some of them, I would cross off. Some of them I'd be like, yeah, I got to smoke that one again, until I caught it in my head to be like, hey, this is what I want from these 2 cigars. And that process for me hasn't changed. Even down to, our master blender in Nicaragua, he'll ask certain things and I'd be like, nope. Or I'd be like, you know what? That might be a better choice. And so, yeah, it's like I said, man, it's been great. Sometimes it bogs me down when I'm thinking about certain things, because like you kind of mentioned, because you threw the name out there with Artemis. So Artemis and Apollo are the next 2 that's coming out. And I want to say within the next month or so, we'll introduce those 2 out. So come out completely different Vitolas, since they are considered the twins. Right. We're making them both Lanceros.
Man, that's nice. I like that. Now, I'm talking out of school, and because I'm kind of a Greek mythology nerd. That's one of the things that I've gravitated so much to your brand. Not only because you're a brother, and I love your cigars, but also the lineage behind Mount Olympus is one of my things. So Apollo, I feel like you're gonna have some kind of sun grown with Apollo, because God of the sun, right? And so I'm talking out of turn, but I want to know. I want to know. I'm a jab at you while I can.
So the crazy thing about these particular 2, I didn't want to do the sun grown again, because Aphrodite has got the sun grown Habano. They're gonna be a little offset and everything. Basically, they're both are gonna be on the Maduro side of the house. Both of them, but one's just going to be a little lighter. That's all I'm going to release to the public.
I got you. Like I said, I'm going to jab at you when I can, man.
Hey, by all means. And so, since you inquired, well, you didn't quite inquire, but this was the one that I think a couple of people have been raving about right now, like the Mark the Big Soul. Let me see, twist my light a little bit so you can see the band. So that's Hades right here. Yeah. So we chose to do him. We chose to do him that way because I'm saying I've never had one, so I didn't know if anybody ever did one. So he's a 7x70 barber pole box press.
7x70 barber pole box press. I've never seen that. Now I may be a little newer to the cigar scene. I've been smoking since 2014, but I've never seen something that size in the barber pole, and then it's a box press. So in my travels, I've traveled a little bit, out of a little bit, so I know a lot about a little bit. So I can't
when we thought about the concept, like I went out to different lounges. I started looking. I was looking at like the asylums. I was looking at the flatheads. I was going around looking at all of these smokes, and I was just like, huh, okay,
let's see,
let's try it.
Yeah,
fuck it. So we did a run first back in what was that? Around Christmas time. We introduced samples of him. We sent it out to a few of our friends, like, hey, give us feedback, everything. They was like, I don't know what you did with this thing, but man, this thing is like a 2-hour plus smoke. And I said, I mean, it depends. It depends. If you're trained, because I know some people they smoke heavy, like you can probably burn them down in under 2 hours.
Right.
But not just for the average folk. They're not gonna do that. And so he turned out pretty good. And then Hera isn't too far off from him either, because her barber pole is the opposite. And so she's a 7x68 Solomon, and she's also box pressed.
I was about to say that looked like a Solomon. I'm becoming more fonder of a Solomon cigar. Usually I'm a Grand Toro or a Toro,
right?
But because I smoke, I think a little faster than a lot of people do, because it's my thinking process, and then if I'm really enjoying it, then I'm smoking that thing all the way down. Like Solomons have been starting to last me a little longer than my normal.
So that's we weren't coming with that, but that's what I've noticed when they burn slow in the beginning, and so in my head I was like, did we mess something up? And as soon as she caught the right ash and length, she opened right up, and I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Right. It's almost like springtime. The flowers bloom, right? And so when that thing bloom on you, when it's time to, it's like, okay, now we can enjoy the beauty of it. We can enjoy these rose petals. Big Country, what's going on? Big Country said he's seen a barber pole box press 7x70 before, and I'm like, where you seen it at? Because I haven't seen it. I ain't seen one. I saw one today on Bosstalks on the Rooftop with Mount Olympis. So guys, make sure you go to Mount Olympis Cigars and place your orders. My man has a wide variety of things that you're gonna love. I'm enjoying the Hestia right now, and I keep showing you guys how it's burning. And like, if you look at the construction, it's very beautiful. This is a very beautiful, well-constructed wrapper. It's rolled beautifully. You can see the veins in it. And most importantly, the flavor. The flavors really got a hold on me right now. So
right. I mean, you put the plug out there for everybody to go ahead and get their purchase, so that they also know, hashtag, BHM26, get them an additional 10% off throughout the rest of Black History Month.
Bet there. So family, I'm gonna pin that in the comments. I'm gonna send that to you. BHM 26, Black History Month 26 is what it stands for.
Make sure they got the hashtag.
Make sure you get the hashtag, reshare it. Give you 10% off when you place your orders with Mount Olympis. So moving right into our next phase of of Black History Month, we celebrate Black history all year, 24/7, 365 days a year. We just put an extra concentration,
put an extra emphasis on it.
Yeah, we got to put an extra emphasis on it and concentration, especially in our Black History Month. The Olympics, the Winter Olympics, is actually going on right now as we speak. And we have a lot of skin folk that are representing us very well. In a normal Winter Olympics, we're not highly represented unless we're ice skating. And the sister, I believe her name is Erin Jackson, just won gold in the 500 meter speed skating. And I think she just took gold in the 1,000 meter speed skating. Phenomenal feat for the Team USA.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know we was even out there like that. I didn't know that. So that's why it was actually perfect alignment, perfect timing for Mount Olympis Cigars to be on today, seeing that the Winter Olympics is going on. Did you play any sports in school?
I actually played football and tennis and track.
Really? What was your you're a big ass tennis player, man.
Listen, I wasn't always 6'4".
Did you hit a growth spurt?
I did. I did.
Oh, she lost the 5. I thought she won. Oh, so she lost the 500, but she won the 1,000. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Okay, she's from Ocala, Florida.
Yeah,
she's a Floridian.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, big country. I appreciate the fact checking. See, that's why when people on the line, they keep you honest, man. They keep you honest, baby.
Hey, but that's what you want, though.
Absolutely. I take too many jabs to not get jabbed right back. Shit, I can take it, baby. You go ahead and shoot. You might get me.
You might.
So, man, I'm just excited to see what the brand has in store for future further cigar smokers and enthusiasts. What are we looking like for your next release? Are we talking about months from now? Are we talking about the end of the year?
I'll say this. We got the two, like I said, the twins. They should be out here within the next month and a half. We're working on something special. It's tied to the brand, but it's gonna come out a little special. You know what I'm saying? While supplies last.
Awesome. I love that. So, are you gonna be doing any cigar fest this year?
I wanted to. I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to commit to any. I know for as far as like Pensacola, I did Pensacola last year, so I reached out to Doc and her team and let her know that I'll send her a package of cigars for support, for her event. I definitely want to try to get out to like Rose City, Charleston Smokeout. Timing for everything always just is an interruption.
It's got to align. It's got to align.
It has to align. And then I want to do more. Traveling just to the different states and just go to different lounges. So like when I came to Houston last January, I just hit a bunch of lounges.
Yeah.
So That's probably going to be the plan right now. Like I'm already planning on a trip up north, to try to check out, this lounge that Mr. Tap That Ash is always talking about, Maduro's 1810 Wilmington Pike,
Yeah, man. You got to get out there and check them out. All right, what's going on, ladies? Thank you for joining the chat. We got Boss Ash Lady, IV in the chat. We got Phoenix Michelle Photography in the chat. What's going on, ladies? Thank you for joining us. Big Country is in the chat. Big Country Cigars made an appearance today. We have Mr. Dwight Newton of Mount Olympis, DJ for short, guys. Call him DJ because he's a DJ, not disc jockey, but junior. But anyway, so put some respect on the man's name. He got Zeus. I'm smoking the Hestia, his new release. He has a Poseidon that I gotta order because I gotta harass him about this Hestia that's punching me. She's definitely she's an enjoyable. She kind of reminds me of the women that you like play the Joneses with, right? Like, how that sister that you always tagging and always making jokes with. Like, she may sting you a little bit, but you come right back at her and you like having her around.
But she talk back to you.
Yeah, she talk back to you. Like, y'all like, get your big headed on. What's what? That's what Hestia is. Hestia is like that big sister that you like kicking it. You love seeing her around and like, she's one of the guys. She's one of the fellas, you know what I'm saying? But she's pretty, but she's just one of the guys. She like talking a lot of trash. So the travels, we're still trying to work out the details because I want people to be able to reach out to you and like, support you in every way possible because you are putting out a good quality product and I commend you and appreciate everything that you're doing in the work. So how do we find you? How do we stay connected with you? How do we order these?
Man, shoot. Hey, it's everything's in my bio. We got the link to the website, www.mountolympiscigars.com. Like I said, we got the 10% code, #BHM26, 10% off for, through our Black History Month. We got a 5-pack sampler. You can get, each cigar comes in a 5-pack. You can, if you want to mix it up in a different way, hey, include that in the notes or just send me a DM or email and we make it happen. I say we, but I'll make it happen. And usually my motto to most people that I talk to that like always ask like, damn, how the hell did I get my cigar so fast? I said, listen, if you order before 3:00 Eastern Standard Time, I'm putting it in the mail that day.
Oh, that's real.
Like I don't play with that.
Oh yeah, that's
as soon as I see cash, I'm at the post office. There you go, man. Send that to this kind gentleman or this lovely lady.
Yeah,
like, it's off the press.
So whenever you see an order, you already got it ready to go.
Yeah, I'm listen. Even at my 9 to 5, I carry my suitcase with me. So if somebody orders, I'm putting that together. Lunchtime. Hey, I'll be back. It's like you normally bring your lunch. So I got the delivery to make.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So hey, that's what we call getting active, right? We getting active, like activated. Like, hey man, I got an order to make. I'm ready to go. Here you go. And so you're saying we can customize our sample packs.
Now there isn't like the one I'll show you right here. Like the one sample pack I have basically is this one right here. All right. So this one includes Zeus, Athena, Ares, Poseidon, and Hestia. All right. The only ones I typically didn't want to try to customize into one of these is Hades and Hera, since they are a bigger ring gauge.
Hell, that's the heavy hitter pack right there.
Yeah. So I've definitely sold a lot more of those here recently since I was able to put a variety in.
Well, with each one of those are like all pros, right?
Yeah.
like those as an all pro lineup that you're getting right there.
Yeah, like everyone always asks, "Hey, what's your?" They can always ask. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking a parent, "What's your favorite kid?" It's like I like them all, but this one, yeah,
the Hestia.
She act different.
Yeah,
she act different. So.
I love you all, but I like her.
She'll actually sit me down and make me think about some things real quick.
Yeah, man. She making me sit here and take it easy. And I keep puffing on her. She was like, hey, man. We ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Sit on down. Sit on down. Let me talk to you. Let me rap for you for a little bit. And I keep trying to stand up. And she's like, no, sit down.
Hey, that's what a cigar is supposed to make you do, man. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the view, the scenery. Become one with your thoughts.
Most definitely. And she's gonna do that for me. She does that for everybody. I believe that is going to be placing their orders going forward because it's some work over here. There's some real work over there. Mount Olympis got some real work for I believe every smoker. Like if you thoroughly enjoy flavorful cigars that are going to like not only reignite your thought process and also have a story behind each brand name, each you can just deep dive into them, right? And you can see why you would call them that. I can see why you did this. Like I love being engaged with that. I can see why you called this Hessian, or I can see why you called the other one Poseidon. I can put the Greek mythology to the product, right? Yeah. So, man. And I'm with it. And you know what's crazy? I don't even like box presses. I don't like the way they fit in my hands. I don't like the way they fit in my mouth. I don't know what it is about a box press. I'm not even a fan. I'm not a fan of box presses. I don't know what it is. It has to be something with I don't know. Maybe I just like round. I don't know. But I get the full flavor of this Hestia. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You're trying to change my mind about box pressing. I don't appreciate
it. Hey, hey, we all can be creatures of habit, but you know what? There's always room for change.
Yeah, but I don't want it. I don't want to change. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid,
right?
But I'm pleasantly surprised and thoroughly enjoying the Hestia, guys. This is the Hestia. We're doing a live exclusive cigar review. Let me get my fingers off the band so you guys can see it. So you guys can see, and then it's well conditioned, well kept. The wrapper is not unraveling on me. The construction of this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and then the artwork is phenomenal on the scar band. So if you're like me, you're gonna have a great experience. And I hope you guys stay locked in with Mr. Mount Olympis himself is in the building. So, guys, he's put out there 10% off for if you use the hashtag BHM26. All right. I'm going to pin it in the comments. I'm going to pin it on the video. BHM26 gives you 10% off of your next order with Mount Olympis. And he's going to get it right out to you because you heard it from his mouth himself, from Mount Olympis itself. As soon as you place the order, he's putting it in the mail. So you ain't got to worry about, hey, when are my sticks coming? How long is it going to be?
Even in the rain.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Rain, sleet, or snow. It's going in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what else would you like us to know before we go? I like the open floor.
What do we got going on this year? I mean, like we already kind of talked about the twins, you know, Artemis and Apollo. Shortly we'll be probably in the next several months, we'll be actually working on the last two of the line. We'll be working on Hermes and Demeter. That one I definitely want to take some time with, but I also wanted to close out 2026 with the entire line being out there like that. Yeah, we got an additional surprise coming. Like I said, it'll be a limited supplies potentially on that one. Yeah, I think from that, man, we're just gonna be trying to make some moves, man. To, like I said, go to various spots. We got some big things working right now on the West Coast. I think we got to make 2 trips actually, where we're gonna have to stamp these passports. One to actually go to the factory, check on our rollers, our master blenders, everyone, and then we're gonna take another trip somewhere else. We'll disclose that later as that time comes. But yeah, 2026 is looking up, man. I guess the next thing for us really is trying to stay connected with the people as always. And even when I go to lounges, I usually have 2 or 3 5-packs on me. So that way, if I see somebody and I just want to chop it up with them, I'll be like, here, try this. Let me know what you think. Here's the card. Leave me a comment. Like I always welcome feedback.
Already. Well, this is some feedback, whether you want it or not. I love the brand, man. I greatly appreciate the work that you're doing and you perfecting your craft. So keep doing your thing. And Bosstalks on the Rooftop, we're behind you. And guys, check out Mount Olympis Cigars. So go to Mount Olympis Cigars, whether it's MountOlympusCigars.com or MountOlympusCigars.net, or go on his Instagram at Mount Olympis Cigars. Again, I'm going to tag the promo code BHM26. Hey, Hesher just punched me again. She's disrespectful. She know I'm trying to do a tagline and get us out of here. But anyway, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel. Go to my man's page, like, subscribe, follow, place your orders through Mount Olympis Cigars. And remember, storms don't last, but your home should. Peace. 2 things.